For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 13 of the Napoli career mode here on FIFA 17. We start with a nothing game really, a game at home against Benfica in the Champions League. We're already guaranteed progression through to the knockout stage. We're also already guaranteed top of the group, so it really is a nothing game for us. Benfica though, still need to get at least something to guarantee their progression through to the knockout stages, as Tottenham are just 2 points behind and could overtake them. If Tottenham beat Celtic and Benfica lose to us, then Spurs will go through to the knockout stages and Benfica will have to settle for Europa League knockout football. We'll wait and see what happens there. Is that the Coppa Nazionale? We are in the round of 16, but we haven't yet had our opponent drawn. So we're waiting for confirmation of that. In the league, we're still sat 6th, 1 point off 5th, 3 points off, well, 2nd actually. So it's very, very tight right now. Three sides there on 31 points, Roma, Milan and surprise package so far this season, Chievo Verona up there pushing for a Champions League spot. We will face Benfica first and then Cagliari at the weekend and then Torino to round things out. And then in the next episode we'll play Fiorentina and then run through what the plans are for the January window, which is just around the corner. So fingers crossed we can get the results we're after. I'm going to play a full rotation side here against Benfica with nothing on the line. Give them some extra first team football. And then fingers crossed we can get our league campaign back on track. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Check the career mode RTG that went up earlier on this afternoon. It was the Champions League final. You don't want to miss that video. There was the Premier League title finale yesterday as well. So check the channel page for anything you may have missed. But for now, let's concentrate on this game against Benfica and see if the rotation reserve players can actually put in a decent performance.
He will play that ball.
Rafa into Jonas. Oh, it's a lovely through ball and it will reach the target. No, it won't. Drongowski's come out well. We'll bowl it quickly out here to Giaccherini. And they've not got that many defenders back here, Benfica. They've been quite rash with the amount of numbers they're flooding forward in the early stages, although I guess there is a lot on the line for them in this game, so you can kind of understand it. Facer drilling that out to Rafa, who's very quick. Going to have to be wary of that in this game. Good dribbling and agility and balance too, judging by that turn, but poor passing from me means I can't find Milik, and Rafa involved again. Swept out wide here to Salvio, who also has good pace, dribbling and agility, and Rafa's in the box, and Drongowski makes the save. There's the first real chance of the game so far. Good save by the youngster in between the sticks. Pizzi with the corner. Up goes Darmian and Facer heads wide. Wow, that just arrived at him. I don't think he had too much time to react there as he got flicked on at the near post. And he almost got flicked on again, I think, on the edge of the 6-yard box by the man there just on the left. But did his best, but wasn't quite good enough. Nice tackle by Johnny. Rog will get it forward to Milik. Lay that there to Allen, and we've drawn the defender in. Christian Pulisic is in behind to make it 1-0 to Napoli. That's a very good finish from the youngster. We lead after 25 minutes. The defender tucked in there, Grimaldo, can see him drawn towards the ball. Rafa not there on the cover, and it's a great finish from Pulisic. It's a tight angle. Perhaps the keeper should have some questions asked of him there, because that's not the most difficult of saves to make, but perhaps it was just the power on the shot that made it fly past him. Well, regardless of what the excuse is for the keeper, I don't care. He needs excuses because we scored and we find ourselves 1-0 up. And oh, hang on. There you go. That's what their keeper should have done. Drongowski showing the Benfica #1 exactly what he should have done with that Christian Pulisic shot. Well, there's a lot on the line for Benfica in this game, and it just got a whole lot more difficult for them because now they have to come from behind to try and get the win they need to guarantee progression through to the round of 16 of the Champions League. Nice tackle by Pulisic there. He could be involved again here, and will use his pace. Milik is just kind of in the way at the minute, but I'll play it in there to him, and we'll roll the defender. And Milik to make it 2, and indeed we have. 2 goals in 6 minutes, and we find ourselves with a bit of a margin now. Apologies, Benfica, but it looks like you're going to have to settle for Europa League knockout football, unless, of course, Celtic pull off a madness and beat both us in match day 5 and Spurs in match day 6, in which case Celtic may even find themselves in the knockout rounds, because Celtic are on 4 points, Tottenham are on 7 and Benfica are on 5. So Celtic could yet get themselves into the knockout stages if they beat Tottenham. I'm not expecting them to, but stranger things have happened. They beat me, of course, so they've got the victory in them. Wait and see, actually. To be fair, this group is actually still wide open with regards to that second spot. I didn't even contemplate Celtic beating Spurs and grabbing that second place coming from 4th on the final day, but it may well happen with Troglou drawing a good save out of Drongowski there. And the corner will come in here from the far side from Pizzi. Caused us some problems with his last corner, and that's a decent delivery, but we're able to get the first header away. The second one, no. Grimaldo to Troglou, and it has ended up in the back of the net. I think it took a deflection off Shirachez, but let's have a look at the replay. It seemed like it was low, maybe took a deflection off Shirachez, and that made it go up further towards the top corner, and that caught the keeper out. Good header here on the edge of the box. Yes, that's unfortunate. Was it Shirachez? No, it was the man on the floor, which I don't think was Shirachez, actually. It may have been. I can't quite see. Whoever it was, it caught the keeper out, although I don't think he'd have saved it anyway. 2-1 now. This game has come to life. 3 goals in 11 minutes. Troglou. Oh, it's nicely done. Very nicely done. I've got to be careful here because I've got a man in the middle. Don't want to overcommit with Rafa. 2 people there. Damian defended that absolutely beautifully. Picked up Milik, and we'll put that to Pulisic. Drive inside here. I've got a number of options. If they make the right runs at the right time, like Jorginho has here, then we could get our lead back again. What a save from Ederson. Wow. We went 2-0 up. They've pulled it back to 2-2, and we very nearly took a 3-2 lead there. Damian will knock this down, and it's Rog. Good save by Ederson. Oh, nearly able to almost tackle the ball into the back of the net there, the man on the edge of the 6-yard box. Positive start to this second half, trying to get our lead back again. Giaccherini with a decent whip, and underneath that, unfortunately, is Jardel, the defender, and cleared away properly by Nelson Semedo. Chervi. Nice ball down the line there to Grimaldo. Good cross. Free kick given. The advantage played, but not taken. Free kick for Servi to take. I don't know whether it's Servi or Chervi. There's no accent on it, so I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologise. Good headed clearance by Vlad Shirachez, who's actually stayed down there, I think. We'll take the advantage there for that free kick. If we can take this quickly, it would be preferable, and we will be able to do so. I'm going to try and drill it all the way out wide left here towards Johnny, and we've done well. Didn't quite get the pass off as quickly as I might have liked with Johnny, but Milik could send through Jorginho here. We had a good chance earlier on through him, and I'm just going to dink this for Milik. There we go. Lovely goal. We have our lead back again. I envisaged the ball being played a little bit higher and Milik heading that, but to be fair, took it down on the outside of his left and then struck it with his right. Almost all in the same motion, but very good finish from the striker. Obviously, Belotti's our number 1, but Milik has been pulling his weight so far this season, so we'll see if that's enough to win us this game now. 5 goals so far. Will there be any more? Good ping from Drongowski that. Giaccherini's done well to win that header. We'll play it over the top back to him. He's not got much stamina here, Giaccherini, but he could cause some problems still. And we'll poke that there to Jorginho and drop the shoulder. Is that a free kick? It is. Chance to score a 4th and really seal it now with practically the last kick of the game. Who's got decent free... Apparently Milik has decent free kick accuracy. I wasn't aware of that. Jorginho, though, we will take it with him. Suits our right footer a little bit more. Get it up over the wall and down. Oh, that's a worldie! Absolute strike from Jorginho. It's going to be 4-2 here at home against Benfica. I can't quite believe he's gone and done that. The movement on it was superb. Did the keeper get a hand to it and push it further into the corner, or was it clean into the back of the net? I'm not sure, but it was a great free kick. We said it was perhaps more suited to a right footer, and the keeper didn't get near it. I thought he'd perhaps just gotten fingertips to it, but no. At full stretch there, Ederson, but not able to beat the curve of the ball. My manager character going absolutely berserk there on the sidelines. It's 4-2 here. Absolute goal fest at home against Benfica. That's going to be 15 points from the group stage for us. 5 wins from a potential 6. Only that 1 defeat against Celtic, meaning that we drop points. Absolutely thrilled with that, to be completely honest. I will admit, got a little bit nervy when they pulled it back to 2-2, but we were able to get the win. Spurs beat Celtic, so even if Benfica had beaten me, they wouldn't have gone through to the knockout stages, so they'll have to settle for Europa League knockout football. Ourselves and Spurs will go forward into the round of 16 of the Champions League, and we'll push now into the game against Cagliari in Serie A and hope to replicate that performance, although perhaps maybe not concede quite so many goals. Belotti tried his best to win that header. Thankfully he's not fallen awkwardly and picked up an injury. Thought for a moment he was going to stay down there, but he did get back to his feet. If I can time that right, we can send Zielinski through, and Piotr Zielinski not able to give us a 1-0 lead. It's on his left foot, which isn't his strongest side. He scored a couple of bangers with his right so far this season, but that one always rising, unfortunately. Unlucky Peter. Di Gennaro down the right hand side. I'm trying to close him down with Cajon, but he passed it off to Nicola Murray. They're putting together a good move here, but thankfully we've got the tackle in, and Hisai can send Cajon away, and because Murray had pushed further forward, it means he's out of position here. That is a chop and a half. That should be a yellow card here for Bruno Alves, and indeed will be. Very cynical challenge just to stop me from getting away on the counter-attack. See a lot of tackles and fouls like that in professional football. Taking one for the team, I believe, is the correct phrase. Dries Mertens with a really inaccurate pass there, though, looking for Diawara. That's not good. A number of you pointed out, and I think you're probably correct as well, that Dries Mertens' rating has actually dropped a little since we started this series. Gone from 85 to 84. In fact, what I may do is do 2 games today and 2 games in the next episode and have a look at the squad report today, and then in the next episode I can start having a look at some suggestions that you guys have added to the shortlist for me as we head right into the window, so we can start looking immediately. So I think that's the way we'll work today's episode, and because of things like Pepe Reina's rating dropping, and we will confirm with the squad report that Dries Mertens' rating has also done the same. That really puts his place at the club in question. He was kind of one of the main reasons why we started here at Napoli, but I mean, if his stats are going to start to drop, it's really going to open up a big question as what to do with him. Belotti will, I want to get this to Hamsik, but he just ran into the defender, unfortunately. Belotti will look, or Hamsik, sorry, will look for Belotti here and gets tackled. I'm struggling here against Cagliari. It's strange. In the Champions League, we found things quite simplistic, whereas in Serie A, I'm actually finding the league quite difficult. A few people were saying it's actually nice to see me struggle. Well, not necessarily struggle, but actually you have to work more for my wins. Can I get to the rebound on that? Diawara's done well, but no, Rafael comes out and claims it. Good football, or good defending from me there, but unfortunately not getting the luck in front of goal. But yeah, when this one isn't as straightforward as the career mode RTG has been, but obviously in the RTG we had some accelerated growth with a number of players in key positions, which meant we were able to do a lot better, a lot quicker. This Napoli side is definitely going to need some work over the course of this first and then subsequently the second season before we're in a position to comfortably challenge for, you know, Champions League titles and Serie A titles. So this first January transfer window is going to be another opportunity to try and tinker with the team. But we might be tinkering with players that we didn't think we might need to tinker with. We'll find out in due course, of course. Husay cross here to Zielinski. We'll go out to Dries Mertens. See the man through the middle there in Belotti, but it's good defending for Bruno Alves this time around. Comes Farias down the left-hand side. A lot of pace in those legs. Husay trying his best to keep up with him. Actually does very well to get the tackle in as well. Cajon will look to break away. Go forward here to... No, we won't go forward to Belotti because it's well cut out by Nicola Murray. That was annoying. Trial Pedro here. Getting that into Isla. Here's Marco Borriello. Experienced striker. It's probably the best way to describe Marco Borriello. Old is another way. And we're 1-0 down thanks to Marco Sau. The opposite, they're kind of playing big man Marco Borriello and little man Marco Sau up top. Borriello being the tall, physical presence, Marco Sau being the smaller, pacier guy. And that's a very good finish, actually. Drills it in and then looks to headbutt Husay in the back before running away to celebrate. Not necessarily how I envisaged this game going, but 1-0 down after 41 minutes. Linsky, nice turn into Belotti. Cross there to Hamsik. Space out wide here for Husay. Cut that back to Hamsik, who can drive into the space and will shoot. Good block by Bruno Alves. Didn't have the space to try and pull that back to a teammate. I just had to shoot and see what happened. That's a great cross. And Gulen with the header. Nicola Murray, in fact, the man that headed that away. Tonelli will switch this all the way across here to Dries Mertens. Got a bit of space to try and finesse it, but unfortunately that's not quite worked. Into Zielinski. His touch lets him down, but Dries Mertens picks up. He lets fly, but it's comfortable for Rafael. Looking for an equaliser at the end of the first half, but doesn't look like we're going to get it. Cagliari looking to break away here, and I think by the time I get a tackle in, the referee will probably blow his whistle for half-time, and indeed he has done. cross could come in here and has done. Win that header. Well up to Nelly. Hamsik put there for Jose Callejon. On the counter-attack we go. At pace. Callejon into Belotti. Good touch and turn. Diawara has made a good run. Oh, Dries Mertens just lagging behind here, which is really frustrating. Zielinski out to Callejon. Burst the pace from him, and the shot as well blocked by Nicola Murray. It will drop as far as Marek Hamsik. Pull it inside there to Belotti. Got a good shot from distance. Belotti, that was deflected. Squirmed away towards the bottom corner, but it was comfortable for Rafael, the keeper. Committing a lot of bodies forward, myself here, to try and get this equaliser, and they're looking to make me pay for that by getting into the areas in behind, and that was actually Borriello, I think, that got a touch on that. No, Tonelli did enough to put him off. You could see him put his hands in his head there, or hands to his face, showing disappointment because he thought that was a genuine opportunity, and Marco Sal heads that over the top of the bar. Cagliari have been very good here. I've been underperforming. I might need to make a couple of changes to try and force the issue from the bench. Belotti in there to Hamsik, out to Callejon, to drive inside, cross nicely to Zielinski, put that through. Here's Belotti. This surely has to be the equaliser. Wow. Shot power, I believe, is the word or phrase we need to use there. Thumping finish from Belotti. Lovely ball through from Zielinski, and then good first touch, and bang. Top left. Right, that's the equaliser. Let's go and get ourselves one to go in front now, shall we? I will make one change. Actually, oh, do I? No, I'm going to leave things as is. We'll wait until like the 75th minute and then maybe bring on Jorginho for Zielinski. But Zielinski has obviously got himself the assist there, so I don't want to take him off too soon. That was Belotti's 9th goal of the Serie A season so far. My top goal scorer, playing very well. Slightly frustrating at times, but still a good goal scorer for us. And hopefully, as he continues to grow, he'll only get better and better. Diego Farias trying to get Cagliari immediately in front again, but we've got them on the counter here. Dries Mertens will look for Belotti. He's calling for it. Poke it across here. Is Jose Callejon. Can I get past Nicola Muru? Yes, we can. We'll slot it to Diawara. Great tackle from Jonita. Belotti, though, out here to Zielinski. Poke that around the corner to Dries Mertens. Now, can we do the old trick to get the penalty? It's not quite worked this time around, though, and they've cleared their lines. 20 minutes to go. 1-1 now. Jonita through to Barella. Farias. To Borriello. Nice tackle, but it's dropped straight back to Marco Borriello, and he's fired a good shot, well saved by the keeper. Marco Sal with the whip back in, but he's overplayed it. Marco Borriello's left foot nearly cost us the game there, as did the rather fortunate deflection back to him, but Jorginho will get this under control. We'll go to Mertens, Milik around the corner there to Allen, across here to Callejon. There is time left for one more chance if we can work the ball about properly. Allen into Milik, drilled out wide to Dries Mertens. Let's go down the line, try a Berber spin, and we're in the box. Dries Mertens still coming, tackled by Maurice Isla, and there's the final whistle. I was just about to pull the trigger. It's a 1-1 draw against Cagliari. Again, underwhelming in Serie A, although 9 shots, 8 on target. We're creating opportunities, just not necessarily scoring the goals at present. We battered 4 past Inter and 4 past Benfica, and then can only score 1 past Cagliari. Perplexing. We don't seem to have any sort of consistency right now with regards to the results we're getting, or at least we're getting consistency with the performances, but not the results, which is odd. But so long as the performances are still there, then theoretically, in time, the results will start to come. That's kind of what I'm hoping anyway. We'll push a little bit further forward towards the next game. We've got a couple of weeks break, I think. Was there an international break in there, or were we just playing on the Monday? No, we're just playing on the Sunday. So it's a full week's break, so everybody will be fit for this game against Torino. But we'll play that tomorrow. Like I say, or like I said in that previous game, we'll actually slow things down a little bit, because I want to get as much time as possible to take on board your suggestions for this transfer window. Christian Maggio wants to play. I'm contemplating selling Christian Maggio. As we stand right now, our transfer budget is 15 million, although we have quite a bit there in the wages, so I could probably up it a little bit to about 17.5. Could maybe even up it a little bit more. Let's have a look at the squad report then and see who's doing what so far this season, what we're thinking. Pepe Reina is dropping in overall rating, but it's only, interestingly, it's only his kicking that's gone down. Now, obviously, his kicking isn't that important. Providing that his other stats stay where they are, the diving, the positioning, the handling, the reflexes, he's still going to be good enough. But do we sell him and try and bring someone else in? We've got Drongowski on loan, of course. I could perhaps start to train him and try and rapidly boost his stats and then bring in another youngster. I'll take your feedback on that. Just like we did in the summer transfer window, I'll take your feedback with regards to the goalkeeper. El Said Husay is growing well, up 1 to 80 rated. 1 assist for him so far, very solid for me. Like playing with him. Koulibaly growing individually, but not overall yet. But he's amazing. He's just so powerful at the back. To be fair, Tonelli has stepped up to the plate, and I've been very impressed with him. Recently arrived from Empoli, of course, a new signing for Napoli IRL. Obviously, we didn't sign him personally. Gulam up 1 to 80 rated now as well, which is good. Diawara up 3 to 79. I am training him, and it seems to be working quite well so far. Up to 79 rated. Marek Hamsik, no drop in his stats yet, which is good. Very good, in fact. Piotr Zielinski up 1 to 80. Again, pleased to see him growing well. Jose Callejon is down 1 to 82. But he's been good for me. Up 4 goals, 3 assists in 21 games. I don't know what to do with Callejon. I was contemplating selling him at the end of the season. But do we sell him now if his stats are starting to drop? Again, they're not really dropping that much. I don't know. I'm going to need your feedback. I really am. Belotti up 2 to 83. Physical's growing well. Technical's growing well also. 9 goals in 12 games. In Serie A, 10 in 15 all told, plus the 1 assist. Very pleased with Andrea Belotti so far this season. And you guys were right, Dries Mertens down 1 to 84. Although, again, not really dropping dramatically or in any real area where we'd be, you know, dramatically or drastically concerned. Acceleration to 92 from 93. Meh. And sprint speed down 2 from 87 to 85. Could be a slight issue, but still, 92 acceleration, 85 sprint speed is still very good. His crossing's down 1 to 76, but I don't tend to cross, and his ball control and finishing and dribbling, etc. is still very good. I'm going to hold on to Dries Mertens, I think. I don't want to get rid of Dries, but Callejon, I would be probably open to selling. Oh, I just don't know. I really don't know, because they could plummet in the second half of the season, or they could stay where they are and not really drop anymore. Raul Albiol, 31 years of age, not dropping though, so we'll keep him at the club. Pulisic is growing up too. Nice to see him growing. Obviously got the goal in the Champions League in the first game. We paid 10 million for him. He's going to be very, very good for us this season. Vlad Chiriches, only a very small part to play so far this season, but important considering he can play at right back as well. Of course, we have had some issues with injuries this season. Jorginho up 2 to 83. 2 goals for him and 4 assists, mainly performing in Europe rather than the domestic competitions. Milik up 1 to 80. 6 goals in 13 for him. 5 in 9 in competitive play. With 3 assists as well, which is actually very, very good. Milik also doing well in Europe, but 2 in 6 in Serie A isn't the worst. I seem to be struggling in Serie A this year. I don't know why. Alan up 2 to 82. He's growing well. Rock solid for me. Very pleased with him. Darmian, been a very good signing for us so far. Really pleased with him. Marco Rog up 1 to 77. He theoretically is going to be the Marek Hamsik replacement eventually, providing his physicals continue to grow. Drongowski up 2 to 73. He's a 2-year loan, and we could dramatically improve his stats if we started to train him and properly concentrate on training for him. Still 6 weeks away from the return of Nikola Maksimovic, so we might need to contemplate having a look at centre backs in this window. Although I'm not sure. We do still have Chiriches, of course, to step up. Johnny, very, very good signing for us so far. Pleased with him as well. Both wing-backs have been extremely good for us. How long? 5 weeks until Lorenzo Insigne is back as well. As you can see, they're growing, although hasn't had the chance to grow recently because of that injury. Giaccherini is a player I am definitely selling in this window, most certainly. So I will need at least 1 wide midfielder, maybe 2, depending on what you guys think we should do with Callejon and Mertens, but I want to keep Mertens, I really do. Christian Maggio dropping across the board. We are going to sell him as well. In fact, I'll add him to the transfer list and do that right now, and I'll do the same with Giaccherini in this particular position. And then out on loan, Zuniga, 31, no movement for him, or for De Guzman, or for Maiello. A little bit of movement for Dimitru. And Nahore, Daisy growing a little bit. Insigne, no. Zapata, no. Grassi growing a little bit, which is good. Lasicki growing a little bit. Leperto, nothing. Bifulco is up 1 and nothing for Negro and nothing for Leandrinho, which sucks because you guys reckon that he's going to grow into a decent player, and a little bit for Zerban as well. With regards to players that are out on loan, a lot of them are youngsters that just aren't good enough, to be completely honest. So you guys are going to have to let me know what to do with regards to the goalkeeper situation. And look at all those loanees. The goalkeeper situation with Reina, we could maybe sell Reina and look to bring in a youngster and train Drongovski, or sell Reina and look to bring in a permanent signing. Centre-back, Albiol, Chirisis, Koulibaly, Maximovic when he's back from injury, and Tonelli, I think is probably fine for now. Maximovic will be back soon, so we don't need to worry too much about the centre-back situation. We don't need to worry about that. Wing-back, we're fine. Damian, Husai, Johnny and Gulam are doing a very good job. We could also recall Zuniga if we absolutely must. Maggio will need replacing, though, although I've been using him as a central midfielder more so than a right-back. But it's the wide areas that I'm concerned about, really. Hamsik's stats are still fine, so he's going to stay. We do have, of course, Rog, Diawara, Alan, Jorginho, Hamsik. That's 5. Was there? Oh, Zielinski as well. That's 6 central midfielders. It's the wide area. Giaccherini will need replacing most certainly, and Callejon, maybe. So goalkeeper, let me know what to do there. Let me know who I could bring in as a wide midfielder. I think we were actually thinking of signing the guy from is either Bologna or Genoa. Was it Creti? Go to the bottom. Yeah, Ladislav Creti from Bologna. He's who I'll probably go for as a Giaccherini replacement. So that's probably what we'll do in this window with regards to that position. But if we end up selling Callejon as well, then I might go for Balde Keita and or any other options that you guys give me. So we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe even someone like Thomas Lemar. Or Bernardo Silva. Bernardeschi I'm not keen on. I'm just going to remove him from the shortlist. We had Mahrez. I don't think a 29-year-old. I just don't think I want to replace him with Mahrez. Yeah, there's a lot of options, and you guys will probably give me a lot more as well. So there's a lot to be thought about in the upcoming weeks. Obviously, as is the case with every series, I try and base the majority of my signings, if not all of them, around your suggestions in the transfer window. So make sure you hit me up in the comment section. We've had the round of 16 of the Coppa Nazionale, the Coppa Italia, drawn against Genoa. So we know who we're playing there. Tomorrow, we'll play Torino and Fiorentina and head into the transfer window and continue to take on board your guys' feedback. In the league, we are still 6th after that draw. 3 points away from 3rd with Chievo Verona there, although Roma do have a game in hand. Going to need to go on a bit of a run, aren't we, really? I'm disappointed with that draw against Cagliari. I really am. How many games? We've drawn 5. Oh, we've won 8, but we've drawn 5. We've only lost 3. We don't really... And we're scoring a lot of goals. We're not really conceding many either. We're having a decent season. Perhaps I'm being overly critical. We'll continue to try and put a little bit of a run together. And maybe by the end of the transfer window, we'll find ourselves solidly in the top 3. That's the plan, at least. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. I'll see you next time.